Welcome to this bonus edition of Strange New Pod. I am your captain and host, Julian Brown, and it's me, myself, and I tonight. It's like Beverly on the bridge of that episode where she gets stuck in a warp bubble. It's just us tonight. It's going to be fun. It's going to be like a fireside chat like Eric did a few weeks ago. We put the fireplace on there. I don't have the fireplace. I'm not that fancy. I wish I had one, but I don't. This is going to be fun. I'm going to take a lot of your questions and theories. We're going to watch both trailers. It's going to be a blast. I'll give my thoughts. We'll do what we did last night. We'll break them down. And yeah, this will be with fun. We got mailbag on the Discord, so we'll go through that too. This will be a lot shorter probably than last night because it's just me, but I'm looking forward to seeing all of your theories, all of your questions about two awesome teasers that we got today for two brand new characters in Lieutenant Ortegas, and I don't know if Hemmer has a rank yet, either Lieutenant or Lieutenant Commander. Commander Hemmer may be the chief engineer under Captain Pike. We're gonna find out, but just right off the bat, two really okay. So there we go. Star Trek Pike has the answer already. Commander Hemmer, so that's great. Two awesome teasers. I really enjoyed, and I'll get into this more in a little bit. I really love how much the Ortega teaser, even though I maybe wanted a little bit more of her, I love how much of that we got to see the Enterprise in action. There were some great beauty shots of the Enterprise in that teaser. So I'm gonna shut up. I'm gonna play it for you, and then I'll give you some more of my thoughts. We'll break it down. We'll do the same for Hemmer. We'll ask questions. We'll go through mailbag, and we'll get out of here. But this should be a fun one. So hopefully this goes off. Hopefully no echo this time. I made sure to mess around with the audio settings this time around. So I'm going to mute my mic for a second. We're going to watch the Ortegas trailer and then go into some thoughts.
Erica, take us closer, please.
How close do you want to get? First date or third date?
Blind date.
Proceeding with caution, sir.
We have incoming.
You know how you used to brag you're going to be the best pilot ever to graduate the academy?
What's your point, sir?
Time to prove it, Lieutenant.
Now we're talking.
We were saying last night that these two teasers are moved so differently as far as pace is concerned. The Uhura one really focused on the character, and then the La'an one was just like boom, 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 really fast paced, even though they're both 30-second teasers. Same thing with Ortegas now. That Ortegas teaser just moved so fast. So many great action shots. And then the Hemmer one, which we'll watch in a little bit, really moves and focuses on that character instead of, some of the action shots that we get in the Ortegas and La'an teasers as well. So some things that I immediately noticed, I feel like she has a rapport with Pike already. I loved, how close do you want to get? Second date, third date with Pike going blind date. So moving in with caution. Got it, sir. I loved that line. I love her energy. I loved seeing all the shots of the Enterprise. And as I keep going, guys, since it is just me tonight, if you have some theories or anything that you'd like to say in the chat, I'll try and read it off. So keep that going. But yeah, I loved some of these great shots of the Enterprise. I know Star Trek Pike, who, if you don't know, is in our chat tonight, also runs the Star Trek Pike Twitter account and is a contributor over at Trek Central, made this beautiful using AI learning, a beautiful HD render of that shot of the Enterprise moving through into that nebula. So freaking cool. I want to know why she's firing a phaser on the bridge. Pretty interesting, right? I'm sure we'll learn all that. But every scene she's in, she seems to have a big smile. She does seem like she's going to be the prankster. We know from the TCA event where the scene with Uhura was shown during this kind of gathering meeting, all the crew that I believe it is Ortegas who plays the prank on Uhura to tell her to get into her dress uniform. So Ortegas is a prankster, and I like that. Joaquin slowly writes, Melissa Navia exudes enthusiasm and fun as Ortegas. Yeah, I completely agree. Out of all these teasers so far, I think, maybe besides Uhura, the Ortegas teaser has really like gotten me excited for the character and the new shows. I want to see them all working together in one space. It can't come soon enough. Star Trek Player writes, yeah, Ortegas is witty and has a bit of a mischievous streak, which I love. You know, okay, so you guys can tell me if you think I'm wrong here, but I'm already seeing shades of Will Riker in Ortegas, right? She's always got a bit of a smile. She's a bit of a wise ass. We know Will Riker to be like that as well. So I'm hoping we get kind of a Will Riker character. We haven't really seen one like that in Trek recently. I would really dig that. What else did we get? Just a lot of her on the ship and on the bridge and at her station. We know that she wants to be the best pilot possible, and Pike kind of uses this in what seems like a tough love moment, you know, that, you know, when you came on the ship, you told me you wanted to be the very best pilot in Starfleet. And he goes, now it's time to put that onto the test, Joaquin, so they give that woman a trombone. Some jazz instrument. It doesn't even need to be a trombone. Just let's do it. Let's see. I can't wait to see more of the rapport between her and Pike, because I bet because listen, Pike's got a sense of humor too. Those two going off of each other, I really dig that. So I do agree. I don't know if I agree with this necessarily. Star Trek Pike writes, it was the most character focused promo, not a lot of content, but all the feels for Ortegas. I feel like Uhura was the most character centric one. I felt like this one really focused actually on the Enterprise, and we're going to get into that in a minute here when we go back and rewatch it slow-mo and go through all the things. But yeah, get her a jazz instrument. If there's nothing else in the chat, why don't we go back into the trailer? We'll do it like we did last night. We'll turn the sound off. You won't be able to see me. Actually, you know what? We're going to do it, I think, so you guys can see me. So I'm going to make it a little smaller so you guys can see me. I'll put it under me. I think we'll do it that way. So let's go to it. It's going to autoplay, which is annoying, but that's okay. We're going to do this. Oh, it didn't. Okay, cool. Maybe? All right, there we go. All right, so I'm stopping it. Actually, I'll play it for a second so I could resize it. Let's do this. Let's put it under me right here. I'll make it a little bit smaller. All right, so here we go. This is going to be fun. All right, so let's stop it. Let's redo it. All right, so here we go. We got a shot immediately, this beautiful shot of the Enterprise, the one I was talking about that Star Trek Pike made a beautiful AI 4K render of. It looks beautiful. Even just this little shot here looks fantastic. This is a nebula that they're going blind date into. I really love that moment. Like I said before, let's keep going. And this is that moment of speaking of. These two seem to... Okay, also, could we rewind just a second here? Look at the consoles. The consoles on the Enterprise, they look so good. It's a mix of what we've seen on Discovery, this mix of old school and new school, and what things should look like in 2022 on a Star Trek show, but also hearkening so much back to the 1960s. And when we get to that Hemmer trailer, we're going to see even more of that, which is so freaking cool. And Mag, you are absolutely right. The exterior shots are absolutely gorgeous. Everything about this show has been gorgeous so far. So 100% agree. But look at these consoles. They have the center console there that, Sulu used to look into. I love the aesthetic so much. So we keep going. They're going in, blind date, love it. So look at this. Look at her. She's in some civvies, so maybe she's just getting on the ship. She's so full of energy. Maybe this is where she plays the prank on Uhura. That actually, okay, so if you look right to the left, can't fully see the profile, but that's Uhura, right? So this is probably where she's like, hey, Captain's having this thing tonight. Make sure you wear your dress blues. Isn't supposed to wear her dress blues. That's what I'm guessing this scene is. I hope I'm right. More of that awesome white exterior, white corridors that we saw in some of the other trailers. So yeah, this is them meeting as they head for Captain's quarters for dinner. Absolutely. Joaquin Slowly, that's such an impish grin right there. It is. She's gonna cause a lot of trouble, and I'm here for it. I want some like pranks in Jeffrey's tubes. I want a lot of things to happen. I love it. As we keep going. Okay, so as I said, this trailer focuses a lot on the Enterprise, as we see here. So the Enterprise is under attack. We don't know from who, by what. There's been some theories already that it could be the Orions, but in every teaser so far that we've seen of these character teasers, the Enterprise has been under attack. And when we get into the Hemmer teaser, it's really interesting because things are starting to come together. There's a plot. I think this is maybe our first or second episode that we're seeing. It is definitely putting pieces together, which I find super interesting. Every new second of footage they show us makes me want to hang out with the crew more and more. I'm going to go up to Toronto, Joaquin, slowly. I'm going to go up to Toronto, and I'm just going to hide on the set. Like, I'm going to go find a Jeffries tube that they built, and I'm going to go hide in it and just watch them film, and then I'll get arrested, and there'll be no more pod. So let's not do that. It's a nice idea. I'm going to drink some water real quick. Out of my kitty cup, because that's what I have. Oh, as we go on. Okay. So a cool, like triangular, like tri-shaped ship in pursuit of the Enterprise. Looks like Ortegas is a hell of a pilot. Here we go. Some more shots. There it is. Okay. I want to get your guys' opinions, and you let me know. Is this very? Is this going to rewind to where I want it to? Okay. That's very reminiscent of Earth, is it not? Is that Earth? Because that looks like Earth to me. The color scheme that we've always seen with Star Trek, that looks very, very Earth. Let me get your thoughts. We move along. Under attack again, we get La'an Noonien Singh, always with a serious look on her face. And this is the tough love moment where Captain Pike is like, you told me you want to be the best pilot in Starfleet and that they have to offer. Now's the time to prove it. And he does give a little bit of a smirk. So it's not fully like you're not doing your job right, but hey, we're in this situation. It's time to earn your not paycheck because people don't get paid in Starfleet. So I do love this moment. Again, you get this awesome feel for the aesthetic of the Enterprise. I love the color scheme that they're going with it, which is very reminiscent of TOS. It's these reds, oranges, yellows. Just beautiful. Mag asks, all these intros probably come from the first episode. So that's actually a really great question, Mag. And I'm thinking that going into the next teaser, as I see things come together, that this is definitely probably the first or second episode. That is very much the impression that I'm getting. So we'll see. As we move along. Oh, there he is now. If you were with us last night during our live stream with Giraffe and Hawk and everybody in the chat and in the mailbag, the discussion was all about Spock's sideburns and bowl cut. And here in this shot, the bowl cut is actually nice and kempt and a bowl cut. So maybe Spock is having a bad hair day. Maybe Sarah came along, gave him some shit, and he didn't want to hear it, so he flopped his hair around. Who knows? We're not Mott from TNG. We don't cut the hair. We just critique it. But this is a great shot of Spock. Another great shot of the Master Systems displays all over the Enterprise. Lots of great colors. Just digging the whole look of this show. And there she is, giddy. She's just giddy. She wants to fly. She. So as I said earlier, she reminds me of Riker a lot, but she also has that like hotshot pilot Detmer attitude as well. You get that immediately right from these teasers. She is a Detmer Riker hybrid. And listen, Riker likes to fly. We all remember him taking the stick in Star Trek Insurrection. So, yeah. Let's move along. There's more of the tough love scene. This is where he does his little smirk. This beautiful, beautiful flyby of the Enterprise. I wish there was more of it. It cuts off like before it keeps going. See Ortegas at the helm trying to keep her steady. Ooh, I like this comment. Ortegas has the vibe Tom Paris wants to have. I would agree with that. We never really got like full bad boy Tom Paris, right? We got a little bad boy. He gets the demotion, but like you never quite buy it because even what he does in Voyager is like a good act. So yeah, I totally get that. Now, what's happening in this scene, guys? Why is there fire on the bridge? Why is Ortegas having to use her phaser? And it's red, so she's trying to kill someone. Is this very later in the season? Do they find out La'an is somehow related to Khan? Is there an intruder? What's going on in the scene? Give me your thoughts. I want to know. Maybe it's a training drill? I doubt training drill, but very interesting. And do you guys see the other big piece from TOS, the binoculars that you look into to get readings? Star Trek Pike writes, hostile boarding. Yeah, probably, right? I'm probably looking way too much into it. It's probably too early for La'an to get all conified. Probably some kind of hostile boarding, which raises the question, better shields. Let's keep going. And then okay, so we've been talking about this all day as well. The Tholian, or not Tholian web, but there's not a whole lot else that this can be, unless it is, but it's got the same movement. It doesn't exactly have the same color scheme, but this is just such an awesome throwback if this is in fact a Tholian web. Tholian web is one of the best episodes of the original series, so I'm really hoping that's what it is. Lots of gifs out there, lots of different opinions. So cool. The VFX team, you could tell, is working really hard to make this show look current, but also give it a little bit of TOS feel too, which I really appreciate. So, okay, first time chat from viewer. Oh, welcome, Jesse Koshire. I hope I pronounced that right. It's great to have you. Thanks for joining us for your first time here. Hoping for Tholians. Absolutely. They've been popping up in the EU novels for the past few years. That would be awesome. People have pointed out that the things that are making the web are not ships, though, that they're asteroids, but the Tholians are very powerful. The ships could be masked as asteroids. Who knows? So, this is Jessica. Hey, Jessica. So I did read your thing completely wrong. I read it very English. Jessica is here is probably how I should have read it, because that's what it is. I'm very silly. Anyway, it's great to have you on a Twitch show. This is awesome. Tholian web. We will see. I don't think that this is going to be from the first episode. So let's keep going. I think this is actually where the trailer pretty much ends. She's excited to be at the helm. And that's that. So we'll let that finish. Just an absolutely awesome teaser. This was a great one to wake up to this morning. I was really excited about it. I love all the focus on the Enterprise, as much as you want to meet the new characters and everything too, right? But you want to know, listen, the Enterprise is just as much of a character as all of our other crew, right? The Enterprise is the hero. So Jessica writes, these teasers have been insane. Yeah, wonderful boost and stirring up so much hype. The hype is real. I'm waiting for the day to light a cigar and watch this show. You all know by now that we get screeners for Star Trek shows. I'm still on the fence. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I'm still on the fence whether I'm actually going to watch the Strange New World screener when I get it. I don't know if I want to. I think I want to enjoy it with everybody for the first time. We started this podcast for Strange New World. I kind of want to either stay up till 3 a.m. my time and watch it right then and there with everybody who stayed up on the West Coast at midnight to watch it. But I want to experience at least the pilot as a fan, because I've wanted this show forever. And we're getting so anyway. Let's move along. Is everybody ready for the Hemmer trailer? Because that was also really cool. It's so cool to see him. Me and Star Trek Pike were actually texting earlier, debating which one was going to be next. It seems like they were doing all the women first. We thought it could be Chapel next, or Una, but I think they're going to save the big three for the end. So we got Hemmer, which is really cool. So without further ado, I'm going to mute my mic and we are going to watch the Hemmer trailer. Let's do it.
Storm's only getting closer, Enterprise.
Transporter room to engineering. Hemmer, I'm losing them.
Try it now.
How did you?
I am a genius.
Hemmer may not be able to see, but his other senses compensate.
Compensate? They are superior.
You humans waste so much life worrying about death. The Enar believe the end only comes once you have fulfilled your purpose.
So what was your purpose?
To fix what is broken.
So Hemmer's pretty awesome, right? Oh man, just so absolutely cool. I was pronouncing the type of Andorian he is wrong, I think. I believe I called him an Anar, but I think it's pronounced Enar. It's like an E instead of the A. So Enar, which are a sect subspecies of Andorians who have increased telepathy. Almost every single Enar out there is legally blind, but can basically see through telepathy. So one, it's really cool. And if somebody could do me a favor in the chat and pull up the actor's name, I do want to point out what makes the character of Hemmer so absolutely unique is that not only is the character blind, is that he's the actor Bruce Horak is visually impaired as well. Thank you, Joaquin Slowly. Which is so cool, is hiring actors with disabilities. We need more of that. And as Star Trek Pike points out, is an awesome artist too. He absolutely is. Man, it was so cool to get to see not only Hemmer, but it was so cool to get to see engineering and the transporter room. Engineering has a really unique look, right? It is very reminiscent of TOS, but very updated for a modern audience. You could tell it's got that TOS aesthetic with those giant white tubes going up and down and at like an A angle, like in TOS. The dude looks like he knows what he's doing. He looks like he's going to be a fantastic engineer. I really liked the focus on seeing what he can do. I'm going to get into this more in a few minutes when we go and break it down in depth. But this trailer is what has brought all the other teasers together so far. There's a few moments where they're turning things on, and I have a feeling this is them on that crashed Constitution class ship. And they are trying to get it up and running and up off the ground, or at least get it up and running to see if they can salvage anything. I think everything from that ice planet is all coming together with some kind of salvage mission onto that Constitution class ship that is crashed. Hemmer's got crazy reflexes. He seems very serious. He's got a little Shran. He's got a little Shran attitude, but I guess that's actually just more an Andorian trait, which is, I feel like, not a stereotype. It's true. They're all kind of a bit assholey most of the time. But it's good to have you need the asshole on board to keep things straight and to keep you honest. So I'm here for him. I'm here for Andorians. I'm here for Enars. I'm trying to think of what else we saw. We got to see Una finally, which is really cool. We haven't seen her in any of the teasers except for getting her ass kicked by La'an, which is now, I think, confirmed to be engineering. We thought it might be a nacelle. It is not. It is engineering. Well, I mean, we're still assuming, right? We don't 100% know, but it's still really cool. Joaquin slowly writes his philosophy perspective on his life's purpose being to repair what's broken is fantastic. Yeah, I mean, it's the analogy because that's just probably like the way of the Anar too, right? But he's also an engineer, and that's what engineers too. So that's a great thing to point out. This one moves by really fast. I think just as fast as the La'an and Ortegas one. I feel like out of all of them, even though we get to see a lot of the character, it gives us, I don't want to say it gives us least because it has started to connect things, but I think that the other teasers gave us a little bit more. So Star Trek Pike brings up, makes you wonder if the broken things may be people too, given his talk on worrying about death. Yeah. I think he is going to be a surprising source of wisdom. He seems to be that character, right? Especially having a captain on board who knows his own fate. He knows what's going to happen to him, and he's going to need the help of his crew, and who he chooses to disclose that to, if he discloses that to anybody, because that's a very personal thing. I don't know how many people he's going to tell aboard that ship, you know, what has happened to him. But having a telepath on board is very, very interesting. Joaquin slowly brings up he may substitute for Boyce as Pike's confidant. So I have a hot take and a hot theory. I think that like Dr. Mbenga is a red herring. I guess I could be wrong because he's a real character from TOS, but I have a strong feeling that this is just who they recast Boyce with, and they're going to be in the credits in the first episode that this is actually Dr. Boyce, because we also get him asking him Pike in the teaser trailer to come back to the ship. That's his voice. I could be wrong. I'll ask your theories if you think I'm right or wrong. I'm probably wrong. Giraffes is the one that's usually right. I'm usually wrong. I'm only right about like two or three things a year. So we'll see. How about we break it down? Yeah. Okay. In the character's reveal, I know he's credited as Mbenga. I know it says it on the thing, but they did the whole thing with with what's his name on Discovery too. And that was like a deep fake, right? So who knows? We'll see. I'm probably dead wrong. I usually am. So ignore me. Let's go. Let's make the Hemmer trailer small and small Hemmer. All right, Jessica. All right. So, and a shot of the Enterprise. Always have to stop on the Enterprise because she's beautiful. Yeah, she is. Okay. Una. We get Una and we get a really like, is that not Timothée Chalamet? I know it's not, but is that not Timothée Chalamet? Did he do a guest spot? Probably not, but who knows? But that is Timothée Chalamet. But it's also Una. It's number one. And can we talk about something we talked about last night? The jackets. I want this away mission jacket. I want all of them. This is a different one than we saw in the teaser for La'an. It's different. They have like 1,000 different jackets, and I want each and every one of them. Now, please, with patches. Thank you. There's a storm coming. They can't transport up. So this is the moment where we get the red shirt engineer. We get to see they're having a hard time keeping the pattern locked. There's Hammer working engineering. Okay, so this is what I'm talking about. Engineering looks really cool. I want to know what your guys' opinion is of engineering. Just go the Dune crossover we all need. And I'm not even the one who said it. Mag, you got to step away. See you later. It's nice to have you on the chat for a little bit. Yeah, let me know what you think about the engineering set. The transport engineer, Chief Kyle. Do we think that's Chief Kyle? That would be cool. I dig it if it is. Very disco-esque engineering. Yeah, a little bit. I mean, we only see like actual engineering in the end of season 3, and it's a dark shot and seems way too big. So I like how bright that this is, and you can kind of make out maybe what things are. Okay, so it is transporter engineer Chief Kyle. That's awesome. I love that. So he's gonna work his magic. We get to see more of the Master Systems displays, which are great looking. Like I said earlier, you get this great mix of modern 2022 television and 1960s aesthetic. I'm so in love with everything they've been doing. I'm gonna fast forward. Okay, hold on. We got to go back to the makeup. Did I rewind too much? I did. I'm gonna stop on his makeup. Oh, okay. Oh, the makeup team for these shows has been doing just such an incredible job. I love this makeup. He looks so intriguing, so cool, so mysterious. Just wonder how he, as a blind character, navigates touchscreens versus tactical buttons. So we mentioned this, I think, maybe right before you got here, or if not. The thing with Enars is that even though they're blind in the eyes, they can still, quote unquote, see through telepathy. So I think he can still technically see what's in front of him. I could be dead wrong. Maybe that's something that the show will explain. I think they should. If you're going to have a character who is blind played by a vision impaired actor, I think they should. They should just, it could be a throwaway line, or they can go into a deep dive into it. I don't know if it included tech either. I'm assuming and speculating. We'll find out in a month. I'm excited. Let's keep going. Okay, so there it is. It's still got the three-pronged right out of the 1960s. It's so cheesy to get like worked up and like so excited about something like this, but like this is what I'm talking about with the aesthetic of this show. You know, there's so much that is touchscreen, but nope. The thing that they actually transport the people up with is the three-prong. Yeah, there's a lot of different uniform variants Star Trek Pike on the show. I've noticed that too. I'm not thrilled with this one. I don't love it. Maybe for enlisted crew, maybe just for engineering, because if you remember, sometimes engineers on TOS had those like silly blue jumpsuits. yeah, definitely like you got the zip up variant, you got like the cool pajama variant, you got this variant, you got the bomber jackets, and there's like 3 different versions of them. I have no idea if why am I going to forget her name now? We love her, the costume designer on Disco and all of these shows. She does Gersha Phillips. I don't know if it's confirmed if Gersha's working on Strange New Worlds, but if she is, she got busy with these costumes. She just was like, I want jackets, I want variants, I want badges, I want all the things. And she did a great job, as always. If it is her, we'll find out. Keeping things along, another shot of engineering, these white tubes. I wonder if this is like some kind of like dilithium matrix, these white things that we see in the background, but that's very reminiscent of like the tubes in engineering in TOS. There he is. I love how every trailer has done this. You get like the name across. Okay, and then we've seen the shot of the Enterprise before. Okay, so this is what I'm talking about again. The 1960s tech mixed in with the 2022 tech. Physical red, blue, yellow buttons, the 3-prong things. This is an engineering console. He says he's a genius. I love it. Spotted Giraffe is here. Welcome. She unfortunately had to miss tonight's show. She had things she had to do, which everybody else did. Everybody's busy except for me. I was supposed to actually go see going off topic here real quick. I was supposed to go see a Broadway show tonight, so I wasn't going to do a live show. And unfortunately, our sitter fell through, so I put the kids to bed, and we have a live show, which I wanted to see Waitress on Broadway, like really bad, but this is also a lot of fun. Jesco says, I have to wonder what determine which ships have one set uniform. The chat is moving too fast for me. Which ships have one set uniform and which allow variants? I think it's amazing to have variants so everyone can be comfortable, but for a show, it seems a bit impractical. No complaints, though. In the universe, it is neat. I agree completely. It is 100% impractical. I feel like Star Trek costuming has always been impractical, but I'm totally here for it. So I wasn't waiting for you not to be here. I don't know. Maybe I was. I don't know. Kidding. We move along. I love the tech though. They gotta take a Swiffer. Do you see that? Like they got like some dog hair or like a spot there on the console. Gene from Lower Decks isn't doing his job. There he is again. Just great shots of him. Okay, so this is where, listen to me, my inner giraffe is coming out. This is my theory. Oh, that was a dig at Jesco. Sorry. Oops. I have a feeling this away mission, what they're doing here is that they are trying to power up that crashed Constitution class ship on the surface. All of these trailers have been showing little pieces and they're all coming together here. They're trying to power this ship up as we see, and this is English in the back here. It says do not touch and authorized personnel only. It has a very Starship feel. So we have this shot and then this shot where I think they're trying to power up this ship. If I'm going to be right about one thing, I think I'm going to end up being right about this. Whether they do get it up off the ground or at least partially powered up to salvage some things remains to be seen, but a cool moment. I love this. Hemmer talking about his skills and you know how good he is. And Uhura is just like, oh, okay. It took me 5 watches to figure out what the hell's being thrown at him and what he catches. I'll do it again, but I thought it was a spear. It's a carrot. He's catching a carrot. I think Spock is throwing a carrot to Hemmer, which I freaking love. I thought he was just like grabbing a spear. It's a carrot. It's a carrot. Una's in the background there grabbing some cereal or something. Probably a burger. She likes burgers. Yeah, it's a carrot. Jessica writes, expiring a crashed ship and finding non-standard speaking aliens scavenging it sounds cool. Yeah. I think she meant to say exploring. Yeah, I totally agree. Yes, Captain Pike has a fireplace. And I think doesn't Burnham in her quarters in the 31st century have a fireplace too, or is that just a bar? We'll see. So this, furthering my theory, we've seen this shot before, right? I think they're going to power this ship up. This isn't the Enterprise. This could be the Constitution. This could be the Constellation. This could be any number of Constitution-class ships that were in service around this era. So, Jessica, Paramount flexing those pyrotechnics. Always. The amount of times the Disco Bridge has been on fire, you would think that there'd be an accident, but not yet. Moving along, we see Captain Pike is on this away mission with La'an and Uhura. This is, I think, from the scene that we saw earlier with the "that's not how linguistics work." It's another Enterprise spotted draft. Yeah, it's the Kelvin Enterprise, right, draft? People think from this shot that this is an Orion vessel. That this is an Orion vessel. I'm not going to speculate on that until we see it. I really don't know. More of that away mission that we keep seeing come together. Enterprise getting fired on every single teaser and going to warp. And then Hemmer, this is the line where I believe he says something along, I'm basically here to fix everything. It's hard, Giraffe, when I'm the only one talking. I have to keep hydrated on my kid's cup. So, yeah. Where he's basically here to fix things. And, I don't know. I don't know if Hemmer's antennae move at all. I'm sure that they do. We'll find out. I don't know. I hope they do. That would be a really cool visual effect. And then we roll to the credits screen. And those, my friends, are both the teaser trailers that dropped today for Lieutenant Ortegas and Commander Hemmer. Both awesome teasers. I'll give you guys a few minutes. If you have any other comments on these, otherwise I'm going to move to mailbag and we're going to close this bad boy out. Short and sweet tonight, which is fine. We have more coming tomorrow, which I'm excited about, and I'll let you know how tomorrow's show is going to work out as well. For some reason, I can't see the mailbag. There it is. Okie dokie. Let's see what we have in the chat here. Going back to the antennae, seems static in the trailer, but I've not looked too closely. Curious why he has the hat. Probably to cover the antenna, because they probably can't. They probably didn't make an EV suit that is antenna friendly, which for Starfleet is a little stupid, but that's my guess. What if they get cut off? Oof, let's not go there yet, but it totally could happen. Joaquin slowly asks, what comes first tomorrow, Mbenga or Chapel? Well, they did 3 women and then Hemmer, so I'm going to say another man, so we'll do Mbenga tomorrow and then Chapel after that in the evening. That's my guess. I'll be wrong. Yeah, all the red shirts. Mbenga and Chapel will both be blue shirts, right? So who's next? I don't think there's any other red shirts left, is there? No, I think they're all done. So, hey, we'll find out. 2 more tomorrow. Let's get to the mailbag.
Hailing frequencies are open.
And I'm going to just go right down this list. I'm reading them from the iPad tonight. I didn't waste any paper. I didn't write an outline. L writes, I hope we get to learn more about Andorian culture this season. I agree. Always need more Andorians. I'd love a Shran reference. I'd love some Enterprise references. Shit. Give me Admiral, President, whoever the hell you want, Archer. Give me an Archer cameo in this show. I want it. I know not everybody wants it, but I want it. And I don't even like Enterprise. Jesco, who's here in the chat with us, writes, where to even begin? Ortegas looks like she's going to be an absolute firecracker in the best of ways, bringing some high energy to the bridge. And we've got ourselves one sassy Andorian in Hemmer. What a character. Cannot wait to learn more about the nonsense of these two and see their softer sides even. Yeah. Hemmer is spicy. Ortegas is a firecracker for sure. So many personalities on Strange New Worlds just from these teasers. So I love it. So cool. Piker Pike, who was also in our chat tonight, writes, I love that Ortegas is clearly going to bring some humor to the show and seems like a badass too. Hemmer plus Ortegas may be a riot or start one. I would like to be there for that riot. Please and thank you. Yes. Star Trek Pirate on the chat writes, yes, he died just after the day Enterprise 1701. He was, it was commissioned or something. Shran or Archer? Probably Archer. Give me a flashback, right? Maybe like a handshake right before Pike takes command, or I don't know. Just give me some Archer, man. I don't think that Scott Bakula is too busy. He's starting a new show, but has it started filming yet? I don't know. Someone make the call. And finally, Spotted Giraffe, who could not be here tonight, decided to leave some mailbag because she can. Ortegas and Hemmer are going to take the badass don't mess with me side of the bridge. Secure, stable, humorous. They know themselves. They know they rule. I love to see it. And awesome makeup. The makeup is so freaking good. So happy to see that Inar's back. Yeah. It's show consistency is awesome. Consistency between all Star Trek is awesome. Keeping canon as much as you can is awesome. I will admit that I am a bit of a canon stickler, but I don't mind it being broken when it works. And I actually think all of these shows, minus the Klingons in season 1, have done a very good job. I'm very happy with how Kurtzman has handled everything. I think this whole team working on Strange New Worlds is gonna absolutely kill it. Joaquin Slowly, I want to see April at some point. I've been saying it too. I want Robert April. Again, that would be a really cool flashback moment. Little homage to Gene Roddenberry. I would dig it. Really want to see that. I'm with you. I think that's going to do it for this one. We got a lot to do for tomorrow. So how tomorrow is going to work. It's going to be a busy show. We didn't know that these teasers were coming this week. So we're going to get 2 more of these teasers. We're not going to do the same level of breakdowns for tomorrow's, unfortunately, because we just don't have the time in the show to do that. We will watch them, we will give our initial thoughts, and then we will go right into Picard. Okay, so a lot to do on tomorrow night's show. Make sure to join us. We'll all be there. It's going to be great. It is our last live show tomorrow. Actually, that's not going to be true because there's probably 2 or 3 more teaser things, and a couple else will probably go live with that. But it is our last live main episode tomorrow before Mission Chicago, which is going to be so much fun. I know the full schedule for that is out. Things are being planned. Super exciting. That's going to do it, guys. It was fun talking Ortegas and Hemmer with you. I'm glad we had to have this nice fireside chat. But yeah, hailing frequencies are being closed. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Live long and prosper. Majram. Good night.
Thanks for beaming into our podcast today. If you want to keep the hailing frequencies open, you can subscribe on Apple and Google Podcasts, YouTube, and Spotify. Like what you hear? Put in a good word with Starfleet and leave us a 5-star review.